Goodbye, Ethereum. Today is the last day, depending on your time zone, that you will be able to mine Ethereum. It's about to become a bygone era that you're able to grab that graphic card and mine Ethereum. So what is it going to look like with the merge? And is proof of stake even the right choice? Hear me out, because I don't think it was. First of all, Ethereum has wanted to move to proof of stake for a long time, and generally I used to agree with this, but the more I've learned about proof of stake, the more I've come to be very nervous in investing in any project that's proof of stake. Because to be honest, from what I've learned, it's kind of going to blow up. First of all, look at the numbers. Almost every single hack you will find online when it comes to blockchain is going to be proof of stake. They sacrifice a lot of security and decentralization for speed. But the more I've learned about another crypto called Cadena, they've literally perfected the blockchain trifecta. They have decentralization, they have security, and they have speed. They are a proof of work algorithm that is literally faster than Ethereum, and it's infinitely scalable. When you realize how powerful that is, you start looking at blockchains a little differently. And you also start asking the questions, well, what will Ethereum be vulnerable to? One of these major issues that I'm nervous about is look at who's staking for them. There's already a provider with 31% of all staking. So they already control 31% of the network. They just need to team up with somebody like Coinbase, and they immediately have control and can cause a 51% attack, censor the network however they want. That's really scary, and that's against the whole thing about crypto. Centralization is very negative when it comes to blockchain technology. And when I also learn about proof of stake, I also start learning about all the security vulnerabilities that comes with it. But the biggest thing people say is, well, it uses less electricity and it's a lot faster. I thought the same thing until I learned that's incredibly wrong. Okay, does it use less electricity? To most blockchains, yes. But again, when you compare it to Cadena right now is 20 chains. When they scale up to 1,000 chains, meaning they're now multi-threading 1,000, and that's happening sooner than you would think, guess what? It doesn't increase the electricity. We're talking about infinitely scalable securability by Cadena. Again, this is changing my mindset of how I look at crypto. Okay, I'm even learning Cadena's Pact language because I see so many uses for using Pact in my own software company. This is a big deal. Versus with Ethereum, first of all, they have a horrible coding language that just sucks, okay? And it's vulnerable to so much security flaws before they even move to proof of stake. This is serious when you also think about the fact that they're moving to proof of stake for the sake of speed, yet now they're slower than Cadena. That's a really big deal. And now they're also less secure than Cadena. On top of that, they're less decentralized. There are so many negatives to moving to proof of stake. Originally I thought, that's pretty cool. I'll be honest, personally, and this is not financial advice, take what I say as a grain of salt. I am but a mere mortal doing my own thing and making my own presumptions. I am no prophet, okay? But I have personally sold a bunch of my proof of stake coins in the past month, and I have used that money to buy more Cadena. As I have learned the importance of proof of work, that Cadena also has more than opened my eyes. I always thought that proof of work will always have its place, but they literally did what I didn't think was possible, okay? They did so many things, but one of the many cool things, by the way, that nobody else can do is they can have time-altered NFTs. That's pretty neat. Imagine if you had a normal human NFT card for part of a battle game, and next thing you know, it turns on because it's nighttime and now it's a vampire. Literally, they're the only NFT that can do that because it's on Cadena. That's amazing. You should look into their crypto gas stations, how they mine on their network. I mean, their braiding of how they do the blockchain is just mind-blowing. I apologize that I'm so excited, but people don't realize this is a sleeping giant. Learning about their blockchain has taught me so much in looking at other blockchains. Usually, like for example, when Cardano came out, people said, well, that's the Ethereum killer. I disagreed. Was it better than Ethereum? Absolutely. But you weren't going to beat their competitive edge, their great development team, everything like that. It wasn't a big enough difference. Versus when you really start looking at Cadena, you go, this is freaking alien technology compared to everything else on the entire market, okay? I can't find ASICs right now that are profitable enough for me to actually buy. At the moment, it's gonna change. So what am I doing? I'm buying more Cadena, okay? The amount of electricity I've been saving in changing out my graphic cards recently, I've been then giving that extra as reinvestment towards Cadena. I am buying it monthly, I am buying it daily. I can't tell you how much I genuinely believe in this project. It is just so far ahead of everybody else that it's really, really difficult for me personally to envision a future that this isn't used. It's really, really hard to be competitive against anything if it's not built on the Cadena blockchain. And let's say you do need faster speeds and more faster speeds. You can literally build your own dApp on top of their own, like, I forgot what the name is, but there's a secondary coin that gets 8,000 TPS that you can then also multi-thread or build multiple dApps on. It's just, this shit is mind-blowing, guys. Please look into it. Don't be discouraged that Ethereum is going away, because let me tell you, I am so excited about this project. I have never been so excited for a project like Cadena. Never have. It's the first one I've ever been a part of that I'm like, this is going to change the future, and I want to be a part of it. And I hope you guys do too. We're in the bear market. This is the best time to invest. Now, just because I believe in it, by the way, I am still buying Bitcoin. I am still diversifying. Don't just throw your whole bag in Cadena. But I will admit I got a pretty large bag of Cadena right now because, man, I genuinely believe in it. Every time I learn more about it, it is so amazing. Again, they are still very early on, though. They have many milestones that they still need to complete. One of their main milestones is getting from their current 20 chains, because they're 20 blockchains right now, and they're trying to upgrade to 1,000 blockchains pretty soon. They need to overcome various factors that they're still working on. But I really like the team. I really like the direction they're going on. I think they're going to be successful. I really suggest you look into them. There's also another YouTuber, by the way, by Ryan Matta. Totally recommend you look into him. He's a great guy. I love his videos. He's completely changed my mind on the entire perspective of not only Cadena, but how I look into investing in crypto mining. I mean, honestly, now that I look at other assets, I'm like, that's cool, but it's only one blockchain. It can only go but so far. I mean, current blockchains, for example, haven't even used 0.1% of global adoption, sorry, not adoptants. But if you look into that, like, think about that, right? Less than 0.1% of adoption of the whole world. If the goal of crypto is to really be adopted, none of these can handle 100% adoption. Even with Ethereum's new upgrade, it is impossible with their end goals for TPS to actually handle global adoption. They literally cannot. It doesn't even mathematically make sense. That's how big of a deal this is. They are incapable of handling global adoption. There is not a single crypto other than Cadena that can actually handle the transaction speeds and ability of global adoption. Nobody but Cadena. Think about that. They have zero competition. I need more Cadena, and I hope you maybe feel the same. Seriously, look into Ryan Matta, learn about Cadena. It's a sleeping giant. I am a huge believer in this project.